Welcome to the second season of the Black Girl Business Hour. I am your girl, Elle Will, also known as Lena Wilson, owner of Rebellious Beauty LLC, based right here in Cleveland, Ohio. I am also the owner of Business Beauty Rebel 216. Again, we are back, everybody, for season 2 of the Black Girl Business Hour, the unprofessional professional show, as I would like to call it. And we have today our first guest, and this is very near and dear to my heart because she's a really good friend of mine. But it was some things that we needed to discuss today because there's something very important coming up that we want to talk about. So today I have on the show Miss Monica Graves. Miss Monica is the owner of Second Semester Consignment Shop. She has been in business for 7 years, and that is just the top lower half of what she does. That's what she wrote. Now I'm gonna tell you what she does. Monica Graves blesses businesses. She allows them to pop up in her facility, and she helps them to become better vendors. She helps them to become better business people. She also schools our babies. And let me tell you something. It takes a strong person to school these little children, okay? She is a teacher. She is a mentor. She is a wonderful person. She has a heart of gold. She is willing to help anybody. And she has a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful event coming up in April that everybody needs to know about. So I am going to take this time to welcome, and you all put some hand claps in the chat for Miss Monica Graves. Yay!
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I was like, who is she talking about?
Monica. Okay, my friend. Okay. Monica, how are you?
Yes, Lena. Oh my goodness. I am excited. I'm so glad that I had the opportunity. I was selected to be the first as your season 2. And so there is some things that we need to talk about. And so it's not always about me, but I thank you for all those amazing, wonderful things you said, but it's really about the mission out here. And yes, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes. And we are going to get into that because I want to spend time on this event. There is a wonderful event coming up right here in Cleveland, Ohio. It is called the Naomi Conference. Okay. This woman called me and said, "Hey, Lena, I need you to get here today, right now. And I got up, I fell, I put my clothes on and ran out there to see what she wanted. And she had this wonderful idea and this wonderful concept for this conference. And when she told me, my face lit up and I said, this is it. It has to happen. It's going to happen. And let me tell you something. It is happening. Okay. We are about to put Cleveland on the map completely. Okay. So Monica, yes, before we get into that, tell me about Monica Graves.
Okay. So almost 50 years ago, this amazing woman, not that far back.
Not 50 years ago, though.
Yeah, girl, I am turning 50 on March 28th. So I'm super excited, moving into another dimension of my life. And trust me, God has truly pushed me and pressured me into another dimension. I know that we live only in a season. So I feel like my season is, one season's dying, one season's coming, and I'm really excited about what he's tasked us. I'm saying us because you're right. I called Lena. I said, I have something I want us to do. Can you meet with me? She's like, sure. When you want to meet? Today.
Today says T-U-D-T-U-H-day.
Well, let me check. She always says, let me check my husband, make sure we don't have anything planned. And all I knew was I wanted a group of women to get together, and we needed to talk about this article about Cleveland being the worst livable city. So I know we're going to talk more about that, but yeah, a little bit about myself. Again, she mentioned I'm an educator. I've been teaching in the city of Cleveland 25 years. I've been all over Cleveland from the east side to the west side, but I currently teach at Campus International and Kenneth Clement Boys Leadership Academy. I am a gifted itinerant. I also own a store called Second Semester Consignment Shop. So it's a retail education store. So a real quick story about that. After 20 years of teaching, I got a chance to do what I'm doing now, which is pull-out service for the gifted learners. I didn't know what to do with my stuff. I brought it home, I'm sure, like every other teacher does. It's like, I'm going to store this stuff because, wait, I spent millions of dollars. I know it wasn't millions, but it felt like it over 20 years trying to educate my class. Every
Right.
something new comes out, new ideas. We're trying to always figure out ways to get our children engaged. So I
Right.
bring them home. My husband's like, oh no, you're not getting ready to store that here. Take it to the consignment store. Now he knows I love consignment. So he was speaking my language. And I said, but I never heard of consignment for education items. So I got on my little computer, start Googling, and I know someone out here did this before because this can't be something new.
Right.
Nowhere in the entire country was anyone reselling educational items. I couldn't believe it. I mean, teaching is as old as dirt. And teachers spend so much money in their classroom. That's all you hear. So much money teachers spend in their classroom, but no one has come up with a concept where teachers can recycle. So now we have a way to recycle these materials. The teachers don't mind that they're used, and materials, are expensive. So we save money, we're recycling these items, but then we also offer a tutoring service, which we have done for the past. So I think I started tutoring like months after we opened the store. Cause I was like, hey, I'm an educator and I'm sitting here waiting for people to realize we have a resale education store. So let me start tutoring. So it started with me, and now we have 10 tutors, and we're in a beautiful space on East 185th Street.
Yes.
We have near about 60 to 70 children that we tutor every week. So
including mine.
No, we're missing them though.
They're coming back.
They didn't need tutoring. I think they just came for the snacks.
This is true, because she does provide the bomb snacks. Okay.
So fast forward, as Lena said, the last year and a half, I've been working with small businesses. My heart is really to African-American female businesses, just because that's who I am and I can relate. Being out there in Euclid for 5 years, I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I was just out there like, this is a hobby. Yeah, I'm gonna figure this out. Yeah, and then eventually I was like, okay, this is not a hobby anymore. I am a full-fledged business owner, and I have to stop just depending on my own goodwill, because I didn't know anything about business. I had a couple other hobbies. I did balloon decorating. I did some wedding coordination. So I said, I need to seek help. And that's when I realized my business started to grow, because I was kind of stagnant. I mean, I had enough to pay the bills, but I didn't see growth until I seek counsel. So that's what I want to provide to businesses who are feeling like, I could do this on my own. Like, having this amazing platform with Lena is great, but 6 years ago, just remember, they weren't really, Facebook was here, but they didn't have as many groups out here to support and give you all this wisdom free.
None of that. Okay. Yeah. Even when I started, none of that was available to us, especially via social media. Like, it was still word of mouth. It was still what I say, the stepping out. When I make a joke, like, that's how Cleveland found what was going on in Cleveland, and the stepping out in the horizon. There was no, Facebook hadn't quite got on 8 years ago when I started. So I knew you were on when I saw you on Kicking It with Kenny. I said, well, hold on. Okay. What's happening on 185?
Right. And it's so funny how she found out, because her product was being featured, and she's like, wait, hold on.
I had got all the way upset. Okay, y'all know how I am about my babies. And I saw my product and didn't see me, and forgot I had people selling the product. I said, oh, well, wait a minute.
That's when you arrive. When you are out there, you don't even know where you're at. And you're
right. Okay, because sis was lost. Okay. So you've been teaching for how long? 20 years, right?
25 years.
25 years she's been teaching. She's an educator here in our Cleveland public school system, but she has also been tutoring for the past 7 years, on top of helping these businesses get ahead and providing a space for them to showcase where they might not otherwise be able to showcase, or be able to afford to showcase, because conferences and things like that do cost a lot of money. This is very reasonable. And it's a safe place. It's a nice place, and you can set up and have your business showcase. Now, tell our audience, and hey, make sure you all take this time, get your questions together, because at the end of this, I am definitely going to reach out to you all for your questions, so Miss Monica can answer them. Tell us about Naomi. And I know someone in the comments asked when. It's April 29th, but I'll let her get into that. Tell me how Naomi came about.
Okay, so real quick, it is April 29th from 11 to 4, and you can find all the details.
I've pinned the email, the website in the chat, so please make sure to click it. All the information is there.
Yeah, absolutely. So summer of 2021, well, let's go back. 2019, an article from the Bloomsburg City Lab came out, and they stated that Cleveland was ranked. Well, a ranking came out. Let me get this correct. A ranking came out, all the major cities, from the best place to live to the worst place. And there are several areas that they reported on. And Cleveland ranked last, dead last, next to Pittsburgh. So if you thought you were fleeting from Cleveland, going to run next door to Pittsburgh, they were right next to us.
They were bad too.
The worst livable city for African-American females. So after reading that article, I said, whoa, that's horrible. But then I seen the city take an initiative, and they started a Black Women's Commission. Well, they announced that they were going to start one. From that, there was a group called the Enlightenment Solution who was given the task to survey women and find out exactly what caused Cleveland to be the worst livable city for them. Because that report from the Bloomsburg, they never talked with anyone in the city. This information comes from, statistics on living conditions or pay raises or payouts and stuff like that. I don't have all the details, but it had no conversation with our actual locals. So this group was like, let's talk to our women and find out, what's the deal. Come find out, this survey was given during the COVID. They had to shut it down because there were people starting to reach out from California, Chicago, Texas, that all wanted to give their opinion on why I feel like my city is the worst place to live too. So,
and it's like, you did this during the pandemic. Like, everybody was the worst city in America during the pandemic. Like, nobody was great. Okay.
No one was great. So the city did acknowledge that we needed to really tackle this issue. And so this commission that they were initiating is still at a standstill.
Oh, wow.
But God tugged at me, and then I had to go and tug at Lena. He said, you don't need the city. You don't need councilmen and the mayor and all these people. I chose you. You're the one. You're the Moses. You're going to go and lead this mission. And I was like, no, because I had just been doing pop-up shops for the last year and a half. And I was like, I'm taking a break. I'm tired. I'm going to focus on my business. But he wouldn't let me let it rest because I kept asking him, he's like, where's the city going? And I emailed the lady, like, I submitted an application and I was wondering, when are y'all going to start? Like, I was really worried about them making a move on this. And so once I got a couple of my girls together and they said, I really don't understand what exactly Naomi is, but I'm in. That's when we really started to craft this. So initially it was, we're going to get together, have a luncheon and talk about this, to, we're going to invite this person. We're going to
become a thing, y'all. It's then went from a bruncheon to a luncheon to a thing. Okay.
It is a thing.
It's a thing. Okay. It's a whole thing. Okay.
And the sad part about it is I can't even put it really articulated in words what's going to happen that day, because God is really just going to lead us. We put people in place, but someone might come with something else and we're like, whoa, we didn't know that was happening. Oh, what? That's happening too.
Every time we get to one place and say, okay, we're good. We done figured out 2 more things. We got to add that. We're good. We did 3 more things. We got 6 more people, 6 more groups, more vendors. Everybody wants to be a part of this.
Right.
Okay.
Like, the outpour of support is amazing. I think women are hurting, or they know people who are hurting and they want to make some changes, and that's what because this is being organized by everyday women, just normal everyday. It's not being powered by the city or some big organization at all. Like, who's Monica Grace? Like, who
is she?
Yeah.
Like, y'all know how I be when people be like, who is she?
Right, exactly. That's like we approached Amazon and they were like, we don't know anyone on this list. I was like, that's okay. You don't know.
I was like, who is they?
But you're gonna know us after this event.
You're gonna know us because, like, I tell her all the time, what I tell you, nobody wants to help you until you don't need the help. Okay. When nobody's thinking about me 7 years ago, child, now everybody up in my DM. Let me what I tell you. What are we?
Right.
We are what?
You're right.
We're Cleveland famous on the low.
On the low. Right. Exactly. So if I can wrap it up in one word, it's just going to be empowerment. We did not put that in the title because we know, I feel like it's overused, but
Yeah.
the name Naomi
I was
was
just about to say, you
given
have
me.
to explain why Naomi was on your heart.
So I was breaking a list, like, what else, what are we going to call this? And like, you know, you get the women's empowerment and like, I've heard those titles before. I said, I need something different. I need something that really means something. And God laid on my heart, Naomi, like just Naomi. I was like, just Naomi? He's like, Naomi. He's like, and he's led me to look it up. The Naomi means pleasant and sweet. And just like Naomi from the Bible, where she didn't feel she was worthy of her name to be pleasant and sweet because she had so many challenges, so many pitfalls, so many disappointments, that she was like, I don't deserve to have that name. I don't want to have the name Naomi. I think a lot of women, especially in Cleveland, feel that way. They feel like they're not worthy, we're not enough. And the reason we feel that way is because we're told that. We're told that in this article. We're told this on our job when we train individuals, but then they get the promotion. Exactly. Or we're told that when we find that we make almost 10 cents less than white women who are just right above us. So like in every area is education. When we're told that, you know, that we don't have it, or we're just not smart enough. And our young children, you know, I see it every day, who are encouraged to go somewhere, sit down, and be quiet, when they have so much power in them that they need to stand up, and they need to be encouraged to do their best. But we're told that doesn't fit the norm. Right. There's just so many levels to this project or movement. I keep saying movement because I feel like it's so much bigger than just an event. Absolutely. And there's so much that's going to come from it. And so more than I can even imagine. And so Naomi was the perfect fit. It's simple. It's Naomi. We put women of distinction luncheon, so you know what you're going to come and do. You are going to come and eat. We got some entertainment. We have some singing. We'll have a little fashion show. So you'll be entertained. You'll enjoy yourself. You'll get the fellowship. We have vendors. I see there's some of our vendors on this call. So I'm excited for you. Boo-foo.
Yes. And we're going to have the babies. We're going to have the young people there so they can see that the room that you're sitting in is a powerful room, and anything that you put your mind to can be done, because every woman in here had your hardship and was able to succeed. That's what we want to show our young women. Girls. And we've really been pushing, you know, if you do want to come, is there a young woman that you can tag with you so she can see that what you're going through is not just you going through it? You know, everybody here has a story, and let us share with you how we got out of those. Maybe you can find a mentor. Maybe you can find, I don't know, pen pal, hell, I don't know, somebody you can call and say, sis, I got issues and I need to talk, or I need guidance, or I need something. I think this is a good event for that to happen, to see women of distinction.
So we partner with two nonprofits, Be Pink Inc. They are currently working with young girls from the age of 10 to I think 16.
16, she said, yeah.
But they're working with young girls. They do monthly chats, girl chats, and they bring different speakers in to talk about beauty, talk about health, wellness. They did one on sex trafficking. So we'll partner with them. So part of the proceeds will go towards supporting their organization. The other one's called Pearls. So Pearls, if you're familiar with them, they're the closet. They're housed in different schools where they help kids get clothes. So you can donate clothes to them, and they'll have clothes available for children who just, you know, maybe need a new shirt, want a nice purse, want some shoes. There's no requirement. You don't have to have a certain economic status. It's just available to children who want to go in there and have a place to, you know, feel beautiful. So those two organizations we're partnered with. And so we want to see, like Lena said, our young girls, because you can't have a better tomorrow and not have the opinions and thoughts of who our tomorrow is. So we can't talk about what they want. We want them to be in the room. We have Madison Reed. She is a senior at Eastern Lutheran High School, and she's amazing. She spoke across the world. She did several visits to London, I think Italy. She's been all over the place. So she spoke in one of the Martin Luther King celebrations. So she'll be there to kind of lead the discussion on that and the children.
And talk about our DJ that I just got to meet.
Yes, DJ Jade. Oh my goodness, she's 8.
She's 8 years old, y'all, and she's gonna be DJing a conference. When I tell you she's dope, she is dope. Okay.
Yeah. That she does more than spin records. I mean, she's on the mic, she's talking, she interviews people. If you get to follow her, DJ Jade, she is so cute, and we'll be on her show in March. We're in March. Oh my goodness.
It's March.
So March 20th. Yeah.
That's
so
the day.
We have her, but the end of this event is just going to be us coming up with some solutions.
Yes.
No one gets to leave our event without a pledge card that says what you plan on doing to be a part of the solution. It's too much. We're going to events. We're sitting down. We get entertained. It's a feel good. Oh, this is so nice. Can't wait till next year. And then you leave and continue life as you've done. There's no way we can make change if we just continue doing life the way we do. We have to step up and pledge to do something. So it could be as simple as, being a mentor to someone, or making a donation of some sort, or whatever is on your heart. But we're going to make sure that everyone is feeling encouraged, not forced, and it's not a requirement, but just feeling encouraged to do something, to help in some way. Our young girls, speaking to them and really plan to make Cleveland better.
And some are not, some are older women too who still need that, who have endured enough pain and anguish where they need to be spoken into. Right. I feel like, and I told Monica, I said, this conference to me is the reinvention of the auntie. Okay, we bring it back aunties. We need aunties out here to say, sis, this is what you need. This is what we have. Don't wear those under those, and there's too much makeup, or that's not enough. And let me show you, we don't have those. I couldn't walk out the house and look crazy without 4 of my aunties saying, come here, sis, let me talk to you. We don't have that support. These babies don't have that support anymore that they can go to and get those, that guidance anymore. There's nobody to call and ask, I want to cook this, what do I use? Or I'm having, I hate to be graphic, but I'm having this smell, why is that? Or, I'm feeling this way, and why is that? We don't have that support. The family unit of it is so broken that the young people can't call upon the older people because they're dealing with their own mess and battery and things like that from the past that they can't get past to be better for the people that's coming behind them, and I think stuff like that needs to be addressed. It's not a secret. 2020 was hard, and we're still recovering from that, especially women. Yeah, and I'm not saying it has anything to do with 2-parent households, 1-parent. I don't care who you are. Everybody's going to run to the woman in your house. Yeah, the women, the moms, everything are going to take the brunt. I don't care if you got a husband, a father, grandfather, 3 cousins, and a nephew. You're the point. You're the focal point. And it was a lot. Who helps the strong person in your house? And if the woman was the strong person, who was helping her? Yeah. She struggled. Women 2020 took us out. Okay. Right. Took us clean out. So we want to pour into our younger people, our older people, everybody in that room to say, hey, it's not just you. And I can't say how much I speak on that in this group. It's not just you, it's all of us, but let me show you how to get out of it. Let me show you how to at least maintain daily. I don't know if you all are like just watching the news. I try not to, but what I have noticed is an uptick in suicides. People have gotten to the point where taking their own life is the answer. How did we get here? Okay, how did we get here? It's becoming really sad. So, and that's because simply people don't have anybody to talk to about it. Right. You don't want to talk to your spouse because it makes you look weak. You can't talk to your kids because they're supposed to talk to you. You can't talk to a good girlfriend, quote unquote, because they jealous of what you got, and hell, what you got, you struggling. So it's a lot of, where do I go? And somewhere you hit death. I'm gonna just kill myself. It's done. And I ain't got to bother nobody else. How we get here. Yeah, mental health is definitely an issue. It's definitely, and I'm excited to create a safe space
for people to come
Absolutely.
and talk to each other. And Naomi is not a one-day event.
No,
We are actually creating events
many,
and
many
forums
events to keep it
after
going,
that. So we'll
to
have
lead up
places to.
into the annual Naomi Conference. But there will be
Mhm.
lots of things during the year. Maybe these, we can get a couple of young girls to join these nonprofits that's going to be a part of this, especially discussing things like trafficking and drugs. And, a lot of these girls are they've combined the high schools and junior high. So, now your 12-year-old is with a 17-year-old. You need to explain that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How you're
Yeah.
feeling and it's legit or not.
Right.
That stuff isn't being discussed anymore. And these groups are so important. We need to get back to Girl Scouts and cotillions and things like that to show etiquette and manners and just simple stuff that I gotta say I took for granted. Like I don't want to spin around this little twirly dress because I was a tomboy, but I understand now as an adult what my grandmother was trying to do and is still in me.
Right.
And we need to get back to it because it is all the way gone.
All the way, yeah.
All the way gone. And
I was gonna say, and we have some amazing sponsors, so I want to acknowledge them. So we have Black, who you can find all their names and information, who has stepped up to be a sponsor, as well as Jumpstart. So I know they're one of the places you can go for small business to grow, but they stepped up.
Yes.
I have been working with them for a while, and so I'm excited that they say, yes, we'll make a donation. And then we have a number of other people who have donated to this cause. So all that information can be found on our website.
Who's hosting this shindig?
Yes, Rebellious Beauty.
No, not just Rebellious Beauty. Who's hosting this shindig?
Oh, the host of this is our very own, my soror, Danita Harris.
Yay!
Reverend Danita Harris. Make sure you properly announce her. Yes, and we have three other city officials. So we have the mayor of Euclid, who will give us warm welcomings, as well as Sonia Pryor Jones from the city. So our Mayor Justin Bibb was not able to attend, but he graciously sent someone in his place. So we're excited to have her, and we welcome her. And then we have Yvonne Conwell, who is also a councilwoman representative. And she also is the president of the let me get this right, who is also a sponsor. Let me make sure I say this right, because I always call them coalition, but it's Congress, the Black Congress of Congress of Black Women.
And we have Project Noir, who is a part of this,
who is also part of they're the ones who conducted the survey.
And they're an awesome group. I got a chance to chat with them. They're really into protecting people at the workplace, harassment outside of your union. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. So I look personally into working with them in the future, because as a person who personally went through some BS and didn't know that support was out there, I think it's important for people to know that support is out there.
Right.
So,
and they're the ones who actually urged the city to do the Black Women, Black Girls Commission. So we're thankful. They invited everyone to come to the council meeting the other day. So they are really on it, and they have not let it rest. So we're thankful for them.
And we let them know we ain't letting it rest either. Okay. So while we are kind of in the middle part of our interview, if you are in the chat, get ready for your questions. But can I get some hearts, some shakes, some something to let me know you're still in here, you're still alive, you're still going strong, you enjoying the conversation? Please let me know in the chat. Let me see what's going on. I am going to take this opportunity to let you know that the second half of this interview is sponsored by Rebellious Beauty LLC. Of course, Rebellious Beauty LLC is an all-natural, organic, and vegan skincare company made just for you. We service skin. If you would like to sponsor any parts of the Black Girl Business Hour, please let me know. You can email businessbeautyrebel216@gmail.com, and we can get you a wonderful sponsorship packages. There's now, I think, 4 that will be read off in the middle of our interview. It will be also posted to my business page and my YouTube page, which is where this wonderful, wonderful interview is going. So throw some hearts up. Let me see them hearts floating in here. There's people in here. So I just want to know, make sure y'all still alive. Check. Is this thing going? Come on. So, Monica, let's get to the professional part of this now. So I want to ask you a few questions about not just Naomi, but you and some of the things you do as far as businesses. So what is your mission for each business that pops up and the projects that you're involved in?
So of course, my mission for second semester is to help teachers save money in their classroom, to help circulate materials and keep these items out of people's garages and attics and stuff like that, but keeping these very valuable materials circulating in the community, but in addition, helping teachers save costs on their classroom needs. But not just teachers, parents too. Parents can also bring materials. And what's nice is our kids, they outgrow these things and then we just throw them away. But if you don't have another child coming up, someone could use those items. So parents out there, listen, if you are holding on to something that you're like, I can't throw this away, I spent so much money, they never played it, or they played it once and it was like sitting in the closet, bring it to second semester, because there is a child that could utilize that item. And a lot of the education materials usually don't go out of style. I've used things, things from the store that I used when I started teaching 25 years ago that are still relevant today.
I bought some stuff from the store, okay? The whiteboard with the place values has been like a lifesaver, seriously. Okay, I bought some really cool stuff from the consignment shop, y'all, like for real. Right. And those puppets that my kids still playing with, I told you they would. Okay,
I'm sorry. The kids love the puppets. We can't keep the puppets. They fall off the shelf.
I told her, I said my kids will be the one to play with them dang puppets, and they did. Had a whole puppet show on the way home. Okay.
We got more. Tell your sons we got more.
I'm sure they'll know as soon as they come up there, like, what's happening back here with the puppets, okay? And how is, like, what you do, like, how did you get into the community movement? Like, why did you turn into, because a lot of people don't, it's like, I'm gonna just get me successful and that's it. So how did you turn into making yourself a community commodity? Mm-hmm. Oh, I made up something.
I know, and I like that. I don't think I did it intentionally. I don't think I said, woke up one day, like, I want to help the community. I think that was always just a part of who I was. Like, I am the type of person that will put people before my own needs. I'm the first person that wants everyone to be happy. Are you comfortable? It's exhausting for me to host a party because I run around a lot because I can't rest.
Yes, she does.
I want to make sure that you're comfortable, you got a drink, you got food. Is it hot? Are you enjoying yourself? And so I think it was an easy transition, especially when I moved my business location from Wycliffe. So Wycliffe, there was a lot of love out there too. So I have to give it up to the Wycliffe community. They love second semester, very supportive. But I feel now being on East 185th, it was more tied to who I am and the connections with my regular job. So teaching 25 years in Cleveland, I was able to connect with the community better and the children that we serve being on East 185th. I have neighbors because in Wycliffe, everyone was leaving. And I was like, when is a ghost town?
It seems like there's a resurgence of business coming back to Wycliffe, but they're doing big things on 185th. Like, they finally finished that street, but it looks like it's trying to really revive that area. And that's really good.
It is. And so it's just been in my nature to rally people together. A lot of the committee members who are my friends or family. And when asked, why are you doing this? Because when Monica asked me to do something, I just do it. I'm like, no,
she does.
The reason.
And sometimes I have to be like, Monica, you're being a teacher again.
Just trust me, I've had many different projects, but I am still honored that they, follow me no matter what path or what dark alley I take them down. But I'm always trying to figure out, like, we got to do more. We got to be better. We got to help people, so you drive down 185th, you'll see me outside. I'm either walking the street, picking up trash, encouraging someone else. I just feel that he just put that in my soul. And so it's not something I ever had to think about. It's just my nature. It's just what I do.
Some of us are bigger than what places we are currently in, and we're figuring that out.
Yeah. Now,
and
my
I think
husband, he might say something different. You're always giving
We
stuff
won't
away.
discuss that on camera. We've had that conversation, okay?
Yeah,
We
he
married the
asks me
same
every time. Now,
person,
is this
okay?
a free event, Monica? Or you getting paid for this
Look,
one?
what I say, our husbands are very similar. I feel like we married the same person in
We
spirit.
sure
Like,
did. Yes, we did.
which is why we connect so well. Like, girl, and every time she tells me, my first thing is what I tell you. So we have these people, and a lot of people are going to see this podcast. I know you do a lot for the community, but what can the community do for you?
Oh, and it's not really for me personally. I guess it's more for the community. We definitely need to support one another.
Yes.
As I was doing the East 185th exhibits, which I don't know if I mentioned that. Did we mention that at all?
No, but we're going to get into all your stuff.
Okay, so in doing that, my push was for people to really support local businesses. And so sometimes it's just more convenient to go to the mall or go to the big chains or even order on Amazon. But I have been leading by example by really trying to support as many local small businesses as possible. And I just charge everyone else to do the same, even if it's just once a week, or like if you find that really great shea butter from Rebellious Beauty that you love, just because you found her, right? Sometimes we're out and we pick something up, but when it's time to reorder, we don't reorder. So just make that effort to say, okay, I can go on her website and reorder, or, I may have to pay for shipping, or it might be an inconvenience. To
add, can I just say that Monica, unlike a lot of people, Monica provides so many things to small business for the pop-ups. And as a person who is like the vending queen, a lot of people don't do a lot of stuff, okay? Monica provides chairs, tables, tents. We had a big picnic. When I tell you, she had everything in place. She had tablecloths, linen. She had linen tablecloths, like the whole shebang. Like, and she like, we shouldn't charge that much. And I'm like, girl, we should charge a lot. Like, because guess what? But that's not in her spirit, because she really wants you to succeed. Yeah. And not only that, Monica and myself are partnering into training people how to be successful in these things, because we do see with these small businesses that pop up, we see so much work that needs to be done. And not just on your table looks like trash and I'm gonna tip it over. That's what I do. But we want to get the businesses, business essentials. We want to get you registered. We want to get your bank account set up. Things that I yell about all the time at people. Mm-hmm. People miss so much for simple things. And this is like business 0900. Like, this is the base of business that people aren't at. It's so much more than just putting a couple items on the table and calling yourself a business. We want to make sure you go beyond this table and out into the world and survive. So, her and I are actually getting together to start a real series of, let me show you how to be successful, and not just in vending, business in general. Because what I do see, and I've shared this with her, a lot of people that was flossing about these storefronts last year and the year before last are packing up and closing their doors. Okay? Mm-hmm. Because they didn't factor in the simple business. So look out for that stuff. Monica is like, I'm going to use this space for good, not evil. I'm going to put my cape on. I'm going to super save all y'all. Okay. And me, I was
I'm have to put a disclaimer out there that I am no expert, because I don't want people
none of us claim to be.
She thinks she knows it. I do not. So I did a whole year of free training classes. I was never the presenter. I see people like Lena who knows about these things and invites them to my space and say, hey, I'm offering some training, but you will not see Monica train, because I feel like I'm still learning myself. I just have a venue and a platform to offer this to y'all. So you're right, Lena. If anyone's out there that, you see a free class that we're offering, just attend, tag someone, share with someone, invite someone, come in and bring someone, because what happens if you're doing stuff and people don't show interest, you stop doing it, right? But I have been approached by a couple organizations about moving our businesses to the next level. I'm very careful when you start talking about partnering with people like Amazon or Tower City, and people are like, I know I am like mama bear when it comes to these businesses.
Seriously.
I have about 400 businesses that filter through East 185th, and people come to me all the time like, hey, we know that you've been doing this. Can you, no, tell me what you're doing and I'll let you know if it's interesting enough or if it's worthy enough to share with my businesses, because they are trying to capitalize
pillage
on small businesses, and
they're trying to pillage the list. Okay.
Exactly. And so, no, you're not about ready to build $1 million enterprise on the back of small businesses that are going to end up closing because you gave them this pipe dream and they put their entire savings.
And then you're not going to help them further when they get into the point where they're not successful. You just gave up like, oh, well, I tried and it's done. It's like, help them further, help them get ahead. So I've always told her, I said, Monica, girl, you the plug, you it. Like, you are rather, because I tell you all the time, I don't know everything. Hell, we can learn, but I'll try to at least get it to where we can learn together. Me and you, us, all of us. But if I do know, let's try to, try to spread the word. And I think your platform has been really good for a lot of people that we may not otherwise have seen out here and on Channel 8 and all that good stuff. So kudos to you just for that, and offering your space to other people to showcase their talents. Because I come and if nothing else, I'm gonna eat good and I'll meet a few people, and Monica running around like a chicken with her head cut off because she got to do everything, and that's it. Like it's a really, like the following is heavy out there, and I think that's dope. It always has been, and I think that's really, really dope. So you've done great.
I met some amazing people on the journey. Like I know, like I told Lena that I've known her for a while. She just didn't know me. We had a mutual friend and I heard her name all the time, but she didn't know who I was.
Not at all. Okay. So when I got to introduce myself, she's like, "Who are you?" I'm like, "Okay."
I'm like, "Are you?" I'm like, "You just don't know it." But yeah.
And now we're attached at the hip, like the other friend we have, our mutual friend. She's in the middle and we're attached at the hip, and it's all good now.
Right. Exactly. So
tell us.
Go ahead.
Tell us about any of are there more pop-ups coming up where people can reach out to you? Tell them where the pop-ups are, your social media information, Naomi Conference, ads for businesses. If you would like to buy a sponsored ad, I again pinned the link in there and that information is in there. We're full on vendor spots. Thank everybody that came up for that, that signed up for that. But tell everybody about the like I said, the pop-ups and stuff like that, so they'll know if they like to participate, how they could contact you.
Okay, so the best way to find out what we're doing, and everything is on social media. So if you are not following East 185 Exhibit, please do that. That's where we'll post all the pop-up shops. I currently am taking a little break from the pop-up shops, but I have two amazing ladies who have stepped up to continue hosting the East 185th pop-up shops. Like Lena said, it's as low as $50 for a table, and you get your table, you get 2 chairs, you get a linen, you have a place to vent, and they're regular. So we do have, we've had over 700 people who have come through that space. So we text them every event. We can't guarantee 700 people are coming, but I think consistency is important. And so people know, and being located on a main street, as long as we continue to do this, people know there's a place where I can go for sure. There will be small businesses that I can support. So again, East 185th Exhibit, you can go on Facebook and Instagram and follow us at East 185 Exhibit. You can also sign up or get the application from our website. So what you have to do is go on second semester website. So it's the number 2. I don't know if Lena want to put this in the chat. The number 2ND semestershop.com. So that's secondsemestershop.com. You can find out about the store, but there's one little tab that hangs over there that says events. And that's where you'll find all the information about the East 185th exhibit. So there's an application, the upcoming event, as well as all the vendors who have vended with us. Their logo is on that website. So if you've been with us, we put you on there. So I always say that people come to these pop-up shops and they lost the business card. They don't know how to go back, and they will call me like, I was at this I was at your pop-up shop and there's a vendor in the back corner on the left-hand side. And I'm sitting there like, okay, who's it? And so I was like, let me just put everyone's logo on my website. And if you have a social media page or if you have a website, then they can click on your logo.
And I wish everybody would do that. I'm still searching for the chocolate lady I met in Cincinnati. They gave me the best piece of peanut butter chocolate I ever had in my life. And that was 5 years ago. I ain't been able to find sis since, okay?
Yeah.
I've been heartbroken.
Right. So we want to make sure we stay connected with these businesses. So yes. I do that for them.
And being able to shop after the fact, that people can contact them, because it is a lot of people and you may not be able to keep up with them. So I think that's a dope idea that you can go back to your site and say, hey, I remember them, click them. And then while you're on that site, even if they weren't at this particular pop-up, you can still patronize them. So I think that's a really, really dope concept, which something I kind of stole a little bit, because I thought that was dope to put people on. I have a lot of traffic on my website and I'm not ashamed to put other people on my website and get them going. So I think that's dope. Thank you, Monica.
You're welcome. I'm glad you're still on it. I would think we all should do that. Yeah, we got to keep supporting each other. And then Naomi. So the best way to follow Naomi, again, you can follow us on social media, which is at Naomi, Naomi Cleve, CLE. And I think Facebook is Naomi Cleve 216.
Yeah, I pinned the website in the chat so they can at least get to the website.
And then if you go to the website, naomicleve.com, we are looking for businesses, individuals that want to take out an ad. So like Lena said, unfortunately, our vendor list is closed. We are taking names for a waiting list, but it looks like right now all our vendors are going to participate. So
they're showing up. Okay.
Yeah, they're going to show up.
But if you don't get a chance to get a vendor space, simply buy a ticket and bring your networking items. We're not against that. Like, bring your networking items. So if you can't sell a physical product, buy a ticket, come enjoy the show, but still pass your business cards, catalogs, flyers, rack cards, whatever around. Like, we're not against you networking yourself at this event. So do that.
And actually the first hour will be just that. So we'll have, we have a all-female band. So you have to get listen to a little nice music. So from 11 to 12, you can visit the vendors and you can network. So you have,
if you see me out there throwing it back, mind your business, okay? Just saying.
We'll have some mimosas, a specialty drink. I should stop saying mimosas. So my sister-in-law is making this specialty drink and I really don't know what it is, but when you step up and say, I'll do something, I say, cool, go for it.
Who's making those drinks? Is Anitra making those drinks?
Not Anitra, her name is Melanie.
Okay.
So she's making the drinks. And we'll just, have a time to just get to know each other and talk. And I don't know, we might play some games or do some giveaways during that time too. But we'll have some.
I'm so excited. I'm so ready and so excited.
Red carpet.
I'm so ready.
Everyone's coming in on the red carpet.
I'm so excited. Let me tell you now, Mother's going to come in stunting, okay? If you see my fur coat, okay, mind your business. Even though it's going to be April 29th, I will step up in here with the whole fur coat.
I'm not trying to hear it, Lena. We ain't trying to hear fur coat on April 29th. It's going to be hot. It's going to be a nice, hot, warm day. But yeah, so you can do that. You can get an ad, put an ad in our booklet. And it's not a program booklet. So listen up. We are doing
this is awesome.
Journals. So I know a lot of times that you get this, you put an ad in a program booklet and probably they don't even see it, or they look at it during the event and then that booklet gets thrown away. So we are giving every participant, every attendee a journal. And in the journal will be our ads. So we'll have our programs. It will be a really nice journal with some inspirational quotes, a place where you could take notes, you can journal things. And then in there will be the ads. So this will be something that people will want to keep.
So your business may end up in someone's purse, okay? So please get a sponsor ad, because like I said, we ain't doing no booklets. We doing something that's going to stick with you forever. And all the notes and resources that you took down can go in that journal and remain with you on top of those businesses that bought sponsor ads. So please go to the website and look at the information. Do we have a cutoff date for sponsor ads?
Yes, March 15th.
March 15th. So please get that information in the March
Amen.
15th. If you're in the group and you're watching this and you have any questions, you can DM me. Monica's in the group too, so you can DM her. But if you have any questions, please DM me so I can get the information to you.
And the business card is as low as $30. So for $30, you can get your business card printed in the ad.
Yes. So, and I'm going to put more information in the group. I've tagged it a couple times, but I'll tag it some more. So Monica, I have to say, and this is on a personal note, I am so very proud of you. You have done so much, like, over these past few months. You had an idea. We came up, when did we meet? It was November, right? Was it after Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
We met about
this. It was before Thanksgiving. It was before Thanksgiving.
Was it before Thanksgiving? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it was before Thanksgiving. We met about this and we put a few things on a piece of paper. We were sitting at a Panera's. I was feeding my face and I had big poofy hair for whatever reason in the world. And we had a few ideals about what this could be, what we had in mind. How can we do this? How can we do that? And today, to sit here, to be discussing it, to have tickets and flyers and brochures and guest speakers and sponsors and nonprofits and all of these things from where we were back in November is absolutely amazing. I can't believe how far we've come in doing this. I can't believe that it has gotten to this point, to this, how big it is now. I can't believe that we pulled it off with nobody's support for real except ours. 5, how many is it of us?
12.
8 regular women got together and said, I'm gonna do this.
Right.
Okay. And that is an amazing feeling to have that type of support in the sisterhood, the Naomi sisterhood that we've all come to have with one another and share these ideas when we have our meetings and our powwows and just the ideals that's flowing and going everywhere. It's an amazing, amazing thing.
It is amazing.
And I cannot wait for you all to be a part of this when we drop it. I can't wait for the work we're going to do after the fact. You know, I can't wait for any of that.
Yeah.
I can't wait for next year already, and we ain't did the first one yet. Okay? I can't wait for any of it. Okay.
Right. Exactly.
It has. I've never been so excited about anything except maybe going to the ocean. But other than that, I have never been so excited about something in my life. And I thank you, Monica, for bringing me along for your journey and just reaching out for even suggestions and things that we talk about, because we talk all the time. And it's been an amazing journey. So I thank you
so much. I appreciate you. Definitely much love. I appreciate all the hard knocks. What is it? Good cop, bad cop, opportunities. So I appreciate that, because sometimes we do need someone to like, girl, no, we ain't doing that.
It's me. I am your resident bad guy. Okay. I am here for bad. I tell her all the time, tap me in, sis, because you know me, I don't care what nobody think. I'm gonna say it, and I don't care, and they gonna look sideways, and I don't care. I'm gonna still say it. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it louder, and I'm gonna say it behind a glass of wine. And then I'm gonna look at you and be like, "So what we doing?" Okay? You either gonna like it.
Lena, I do want to make mention real quick for anyone who's on here who don't that they do not have a business, or you're just like, what else can I do? There is a donation page on our website.
Yes.
So if you want to sponsor a young girl to come, we are hoping to get at least 30 young girls there. We don't, of course, we don't want to charge them. We're not going to charge them, but we want them to be able to come and be a part of the discussion. So you can actually make a donation either on PayPal or GoFundMe, or you can make a donation, or you can do a in-kind donations. So say you have a gift, you want to raffle something off, or you want to volunteer your time. We will need some volunteers that day for like setup and tear down. So if you just want to volunteer your time, all that can be found on our website under the tab that says donation.
And if you don't see, you have any questions, once again, jump in my DM and I'll be, happy to answer any questions. But yes, this is going to be an amazing event. When I was planning the second season of Black Girl Business Hour, I'm like, I'm just going to put the link out there. And then I said, I'm going to call her first. She has to be my first guest. period.
Oh,
And
thank
then I'll
you
put the
so
link up
much.
to everybody else. But she was going to be the first guest. This needed to be discussed. And I am ever so happy when I text her and say, hey, what are you doing? She was like, yeah, of course. So I am thankful for her for coming on this show. I am thankful for you guys. I missed you guys. It's been a long winter, but I am excited to get Black Girl Business Hour back up and running because I feel like we need this. Let me tell you how many people got connections from season 1. And that wasn't even my best edit work. Like I said, it was the unprofessional professional show, but I was very proud of it because it was my first time. And I got so many DMs from people who I interviewed that said, hey, I got a connection. Someone watched the podcast and now they're my client. Amazing.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
That is amazing.
Amazing. Who
That
knew?
is amazing.
Who knew? So I'm like, in that's what God put on my heart. Like, sis, get up. You got to get out here. Okay. Right. You have the gift to gab. Go gab it out. And I said, all right. Yep. That's what I do. That's what I do. So
well, you gotta use your talents. If you don't use your talents, you're gonna lose them. So guess what? I'm glad you're using them.
And it's crazy because shout out to all those teachers that told me to shut up. Now I get paid to do it. Like, I don't have to shut up.
Look at you now, right? Look at you now.
Look at me now. All them teachers to put me in the corner, suspended me, put me in detention because said I taught too much. Look at me now. So I have to use this wonderful gift that I have. Okay. So I am happy that you all tuned in with me. One more time, give everybody websites, social media, how they can get in touch with you, follow you, all that good stuff. Before we cut out of here, before we go, once again, our sponsorship packages, please DM me if you have any. Oh, I'm sorry. I done messed up. Is there any questions from the crowd? Questions. Throw them in the chat if you have any questions. This will be the time. I know we were late because guess what? Facebook did not want Mother to be great. It never does. Y'all know it don't. So it didn't want me to be great today. I fought it and I won. Okay, because here we are. Okay. I was fighting too. So let me know if you have any questions. Oh, actually, Monica, we have in the comments, Miss Stella Lewis said would love for her to be on the Stella Girl Radio podcast. So I am going to connect you with Miss Stella Lewis. She's in our group, so you can always jump in her DM.
And she's also one of our sponsors, so we connected with her already. And
okay, cool.
So is she Stella Girl?
Yes.
Okay, because she's been talking with Allison. And so
thank
you so much. We'd love to be on your show. Thank you so much.
Yes.
She's actually on our flyer as one of our sponsors. So we appreciate that. And yes, much love. I'm sorry, sometimes you know what, when you pick a team and you're able to step back and not have to multi-manage everything, you know.
Don't it feel funny?
That's what I'm saying. So
don't it feel funny to not be? Shout out to the sister team. Don't it feel?
Yes, we got a great team. So I sometimes don't know what's going on, but I'm thankful for them. When we meet up, they tell me what they came across and wow. So thank you so much.
It's a wonderful thing to have a group. Shout out to my team, my sister group, Megan, Crystal, and Candace. Shout out to y'all, because let me tell you, they be all up in my DM, and I'll be like, what? Okay, yep. I just say
you on track, right?
Keep me on track. Do we have any questions? I'm giving y'all like 2 minutes, and then it's over. Okay. I'm gonna enjoy editing this video. Because it'll be my first real edit, because last time I didn't edit, but I'm going to enjoy it this time. So now, while we wait on questions, can you give us your social media handles? Again, all the websites that we need to have in our life.
Right.
I'm going to pin them all into the comments and the YouTube page, but go ahead and shout those out. Anybody you'd like to shout out really quickly, Monica, it's on you.
Of course, everyone. I don't know. I don't want to get started with names because there's so many amazing people in my life, you know, from you, my sister-in-law, my best friend, my husband, my child, my auntie, my mother, my grandma. Everyone's amazing. Everyone's wonderful and everyone's so supportive. So yeah, much love to everyone. Allison, who handles all my social media. So if you message me, you're not talking to me. I actually have someone who handles that for me, because I realized I just got to do it all. And I was like, that's what we do. Black women, we want to do it all. And we don't
It's a
trust
lot.
anyone to just handle. So I had to, and that was me. I didn't trust anyone. I was like, I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to figure out how to do my taxes. I'm going to figure out how to do my social media. I'm going to figure out how to do, like, I'm doing it all. And then.
Me too. That's why I drug them kids out there to you. I said, look, sis, I can't do it. You got it.
I was like, okay, Monica, you just can't handle it all. You're gonna go crazy. So
it is an amazing team of people.
Okay, so if you're interested in anything that has to do with second semester consignment shop, you can find us at second semester shop, and that's Facebook and Instagram, and that's the number 2ND. So 2ND semester shop. The website secondsemestershop.com. So that's all the resources. That's the tutoring program, anything that's happening with education. Then if you're looking to vend, if you're looking to support small businesses, that's East 185th Exhibit. So it doesn't have a website, its own website, but you can go on secondsemestershop.com and click on events, and that's where that's housed. So you can find a place to vend. You can rent.
Yes.
It's called InkU. Oh my goodness, Lena. Saying it all is just making me exhausted. So InkU is the name of the rental place. So if you want to host your own pop-up shop, you can actually rent. InkU is where East 185th as well as second semester is housed. It holds up to
it's huge
people. It's right. It's a nice size,
it's
probably
really
more
nice.
than that. But for $125 an hour, you can have your own business event. I try to keep it more professional instead of the private events, because I want it to be a community space. So InkU is incorporating you in this space, incorporating your business. So you can also find information about InkU at secondsemestershop.com. And then finally, Naomi is at Naomi Cleve. So that's NAOMICLE. So you can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram, and you can find us on the website at naomicleve.com.
So make sure you follow all of that stuff. Please. Yes, girl. You got a lot. Tell us she's doing all types of stuff.
I know. And
please make sure you follow all those.
I need to be, I said, and I work full time. I need to be.
Look, I got rid of that problem, so I don't have that problem no more. I'm just saying.
I want to be like you one day. I want to be like you.
Look, it's hard being that sister, okay? But that's okay. Hey, I think this is the turning point where everything's gonna be okay. And my husband told me that today, and I had to share that. He just looked at me and said, everything's gonna be okay. And I'm like, well, what's wrong? He's like, I don't know. But whatever it is, it's all going to be okay. Aww. He says 150 things to make sense. This was his one for the day. But I love
mess with him.
So I thank you, Monica, for being on our show, the second season of the Black Girl Business Hour. I thank all of you who stayed with us late because we were having some technical issues. I do thank you. Please speak into existence that the Black Girl Business Hour just blows up. I'm going to share the links in the chat. The Sister to Sister group always gets first dibs. This podcast, no matter who I interview, will always be live in this group because you all make the Black Girl Business Hour possible. If you would like to be a sponsor for the Black Girl Business Hour, please hit me up. You can DM me or you can email me at businessbeautyrebel216@gmail.com. Hey, I'm pretty sure I said in this group I wasn't fucking around, and damn it, I meant it. Okay, sorry, I said I cussed. There you go. Okay, I had to get one off. I've been good for the past hour. Okay, it's like crack. It's making me shake. Okay, if I don't say one. Right. I'm excited. We have 3 more shows for this month. I'm going to put the April links up. My vendor schedule is a little thin this year, and that's okay because now it's more of a focus on what I need to do. Vending is great. I love it, but I think I'm getting bigger than vending, and there's some things out here that I need to do. So look out for the links for April, maybe May, depending. We have the business shower coming up where Miss Betty Williams is our honoree. I think it's amazing. We have so many donations coming in for her. Let me tell you, Miss Betty, if you're still in here, sis, we see you. And we want to bless you with so many things. We're going to be doing that quarterly. I can't wait for that. Like everything is just falling into place. And I'm so very excited for everything that's coming up. So I really, really thank you all for coming and being a part of this with me and hanging out with me and Miss Monica Grace. And we hope to, if we don't see you at Naomi, we hope to see you at some of our other functions that will happen, our life after Naomi that we're going to do. I'm telling you, we prepare to be sick of us, okay?
Yes.
Because we about to be out here in this community. So what the meme say, prepare to be sick of us.
Yep.
Because you're going to see us everywhere.
We're almost sold out, actually, Lena.
A ticket?
We are. I think we may have 3 tables of tickets left.
So look, y'all, I got some physical tickets. I'm the plug. You want some tickets? Message me.
We gotta reach out to people who are hosting tables. So we have a lot of individuals who are hosting tables who have tickets. So all the committee members. But if you don't get it from them, we have only about 3 tables of open tickets available. So
you want a ticket? Message me. I got some physical tickets left. I got a few left. I got at least 3 that's accounted for. But message me, and I can, I'm the friend of the plug. Okay, so
yeah, we'll get you in.
I'll get you in. Just let me know. Hit me up. No,
yes,
hit my DM. So thank you all for coming out again. This is going to be an amazing event. I can't wait for any of this. This is going to be an amazing year. This is going to be amazing for women. Before it's over, they're going to be like, Cleveland is the best place for women to be simply because we're here. Okay. Come move on up here with us. But not just Cleveland being the worst place. Women are going to be great again. Not that we ever lost it, but sometimes we lose our way and we just need to be redirected. Mm-hmm. These events, not just ours, there's so many other ones that are redirecting us to the right place and changing the narrative. So let's keep doing that. And I love you all so much. Thank you for tuning in. Our next Black Girl Business Hour will be, we're skipping next week. We are going to be on Wednesday, March 15th, 7:00. We probably won't have no Facebook issues this time. Hopefully, cross our fingers. But we will see you at the next show. Monica, if you want to say a final goodbye, it's all on you, sis.
No, I think you're wonderful. Thank you so much, Lena, for inviting me to be a part of this. I am honored, and absolutely. I really look forward to seeing everyone on the 29th and hugging their necks.
April 29th.
April 29th.
Get them tickets. Get them tickets. You all have a wonderful night, and I will see you later.
All right.
Peace.
Good night.